Hello guys, welcome back to another video of GreatStack. In this video, we are going to learn how to use Bootstrap in React.js, and we will also create a project using React.js and Bootstrap. First, we will go to our desktop screen and we will create a React project. So here we will open terminal. So by using this terminal, we will create our React project. So we will write npm create white latest and we will hit enter. After that, we will name our project news mag and we will hit enter and we will select React. After that, we will select JavaScript. So now our React project has been created. So we will close this terminal and we will open this folder in VS Code editor. So here we will right click, show more options, open with code. Now here we will open integrated terminal. To do that, we will right click here, open in integrated terminal. Now here, first of all, we will install all the dependencies from package.json. So here we will write npm install. Now our dependencies has been installed and here we have node modules folder. So now we will run this project. To run this project, simply we have to write npm run dev. And our project is running at this address. So we will open this address in Chrome. So as you can see, our React project is running successfully. First of all, we will clean this default React project. To do that, we will go to VS Code editor and we will go in src folder app.jsx file. Here we will remove all these lines and here we will use rafc. After that, we will remove this import statement and we will save this file. After that, we will go in app.css file and we will clean this file. After this, we will go in index.css file and here we will clean all these lines and we will save it. And we will remove this react.svg file. And from the public folder, we will remove this white.svg file. Now we will go to index.html file and here we will rename this project title. So here we will write news mag and from here we will remove this link tag. Now we will save it and we will open our browser. Now our default React project has been cleared. Now we will use Bootstrap. So first we will go to Google and search for Bootstrap. So here we got the link getbootstrap.com. So we will open this link and we will open this documentation. So to use the Bootstrap in our React project, first of all we will need to add CDN to our project. To do that, so we will go in introduction and here we have this link tag. So we will copy this link tag. It contains the CSS file of the Bootstrap and we will go to our VS Code editor and here we will paste this CSS file link. After that, we will copy this script src and we will copy it here after this script tag. Now we will save it. So now we can use the Bootstrap in our React project easily. Now we will see how to use Bootstrap in React.js. So first we will go to Bootstrap docs and here we have component section. And here we have many things like buttons, card, close button, drop downs, list, models, navbar. So if we want any component in our website, we just have to click on this component. And here we have to copy this to clipboard and we will go to app.jsx file and here we will paste it. As we know, in JSX file we write class name instead of class. So we will replace the class with class name. So here we will write class name and we will click on replace all. So now our class has been replaced by class name. Now we will save it and we will go to our React project. So here you can see we got the buttons which we copied from Bootstrap. Similarly, if we want drop downs, so we will click on drop downs, and here we have a drop down. So we will copy this drop down and we will go to our app.jsx file. After this button tags, we will paste our drop down, and here also we will replace this class with class name. So we will select it, Control F, and here we will replace it with class name. So we will save it. Now if we go to our React project, so here we have a drop down button. If we click on this, so our drop down is working. Similarly, if we want a spinner, so just we have to copy this to the clipboard and we have to go to our component file, and here we just have to paste it and replace the class with class name, and we have to save this file. Now if we go to our React project, so here we got the spinner. Now we will clean this file and start building the project. So first we have to create the folder structure for our project. So we are going to create news Mac application which will take the latest news from the API and display it on our application. So first we will go in src folder. Here we will create a new folder. We will name this folder components. Inside the components folder, we will create 3 components. First is our navbar, second is our news board where we display all our news, and third is our news item. We will use news item for individual news. So here first we will create new file. We will name it navbar.jsx, and here we will use RAFC, and we will remove this import statement and we will save it. Now we will create one more new file and we will name it newsboard.jsx, and here we will use RAFC and we will remove this import statement. And now we will create one more file, news item.jsx file. Here also we will use RAFC, and here we will remove this import statement and we will save it. Now after that we will go to our navbar.jsx file, and here we will design our navbar. So we will go to Bootstrap website, and from navbar we will select this navbar. So we will copy it and we will remove this div, and here we will paste it. Now first we have to change the class to class name. So select class equals to and press Ctrl F, and here we will replace all the 15 classes with class name. After that we will save it. Now we will mount this navbar to our app component. So here we will write navbar / closing arrow, and we will save it. Now if we go to our React project, so here is our navbar. So now we want our navbar in dark mode. So we will go to our Bootstrap. So here we have dark mode navbar. So only we have to copy this dark BS theme equals to dark, and we will copy this, and after the class name we have to paste it. Now we will save it. Now if we go here, so we have dark mode navbar. Now we will create an API key from the news API and we will store it in environment variable. So we will open new tab. Here we will write news API and we will open this link. So here we have to click get API key. Here we have to fill the first name. Here we have to write the email, And here we have to create a strong password. After that, we will click I am not a robot. I agree to the term and submit button. So here we will get the API key. So we will copy this API key. Now here we will create .env file. So in this env file, now here we will write white underscore API underscore key. And here we will paste our API key and we will save it. Now we will use this API key in our newsboard.jsx file to fetch the news. So now we will design our newsboard component. So in this div, so here we will create an h2 tag. In this h2 tag we have to write latest, and here we will insert an span tag, and inside this span tag we will write news. So in this span tag we will add class name, and in h2 tag here also we add class name. So in this h2 tag we will add class name text center. So after that we will save it, and we will mount this newsboard component to our app.jsx file. So after the navbar, here we will write newsboard / closing arrow, and we will save it. Now here is our latest news, and this is our navbar. Now we will change the text in our navbar. So for that we will use badge. As you can see, this is normal text. By adding this span tag, and in this span tag if we add badge, so we will get badge on this text. So we will go in navbar.jsx file. So here we have anchor tag. So in this anchor tag, here we have navbar. We will remove this text, and here we will use span tag. Inside this span tag we will write newsmag, and in span tag we will add class name, and in this class name we will use badge. So after that we need background light. So we will write bg light, and we will need text dark. So we write text dark, and we will save it. So here is our logo. If we want to increase the size of this logo, we just have to add a class name fs4, and we will save it. It will increase the size of our logo. In this latest news text we will also use badge. So we will go to our newsboard.jsx file, and in this span tag we will add class name badge, and here we will use bg danger. It will give us background red, and we will save it. So here we got the badge in our news text. So after that we will go to our news API page, and here we have to go to the documentation, and we have to go to top headlines. So as we can see, here is the API, and here we have the country US, and we can change this US from these countries, and we will get the news of these countries. So by using this API we will get response in this format. So here we have article key, which contains an array. In this array we have all the articles. So in articles we have author name, title of the article, description of the article, URL to the article, and URL to the image of the article. Here we have also published date and content in the article. So here we will first copy this URL, and we will go to our VS Code editor. So here first we will create a use state variable. So we will write const. So we will name the variable articles, and we will name the function set article equals use state, and we will initialize this variable with empty array. So after this we will use effect. In this use effect, we will pass an arrow function. So now here we will create a variable, let URL equals to backtick, and in this backtick we will paste our URL which we copied from the site. Now here API key equals to, here we will remove this API key, and here we will insert the API key from the .env file. So here we will write $, curly braces, and inside this we will write import dot meta dot env file dot, and here we will write the key name. So we have saved the key name white API key, so we will copy it. After env dot we will paste it. Now here we will get the API key from the env file. After we had constructed this URL, now we will fetch this URL. So here we will use fetch API. In this fetch we will pass our URL dot then, and here we will get a promise. So we will name it response. Now we will parse this response with JSON method. So here we will write response.json. After that we will get a promise which is our data. Now we have the data. So in this data we have articles array. So we will set this array to our article. To do that, here we write set articles. Inside the set articles we will write data.articles. After that we will get the data in our article state. So we want to run this use effect whenever our news board component load. So here we will write comma bracket and we will save it. Now we got the articles in our article variable. So to display these articles we will use news item component. So we will go in news item component and we will now design it. So for this news item component we will use Bootstrap card. So we will go in cart. So here we have image, card title, card description and a button. So we will use this card. So we will copy this and we will remove this div and here we paste it. So here we have an error. So this image tag has no closing. So here we will write slash. Now we had fixed image tag. Now we will change the class to class name. So we will find all classes and here we will replace it with class name. And from this anchor tag we will remove this hash and use slash. Now we will save it. So after this we will go to our news board. Now here we will map this article array using news item component. So here we will write curly braces. Inside this bracket we will write articles dot map, and inside this map method we will pass an arrow function, and here we will pass parameter. So we will pass individual news and index number, and here we will return news item component, and in this news item component we will use key equals to index. So from these articles we will get individual news, and in this news we have author name, title, description, URL of this article, URL of this image. So we will pass these details using props. So here we will pass title equals, and we will pass news dot title. Here also we will pass description equals, and here we will pass news dot description. So after this description, so here we will pass src equals. So in this src we will pass news dot url to image. After that we will pass URL of the article. So we will write URL equals, and here we will pass news.url. So we have passed title, description, src of the images and URL of the article. Now we will use these props in our news item component. So first we will destructure the props. So here we write curly braces. So in this curly braces we will write title, description, src and URL. So we have destructured this data. So now we will use this title in our card title. So here we will write curly braces and inside this we will write title. Similarly here we will remove this text and here we will use description. So in this anchor tag we will remove this text and here we will write read more. So in this anchor tag we will provide the URL of the article. So here we have to remove this and here we will write URL. So in this image src we will remove it and here we will write src. So now we have used all these props for title, description, image src and URL of the articles. So after that in style property we will remove this and here we will write curly braces. So here we will insert one more curly braces and inside this we will write max width and we will set it to 345 pixels and we will save it. So after this we will go to our React project and here we will get all the news which we got from the API. Now here in this div we will add class names bg dark, so our background will be dark, text light, so it will make our text light in color. After that we will give MB3 and after that we will write D inline block. After that we will save it. So now our website look like this. Now we will add padding and margin. So we will go here and here after this we will add my3 and mx3. It means margin from y3 and margin from x3. After that we will add padding. So here we will write px2 and py2. So now we will get padding from x and y. Now we will save it. So now our project look like this. So every card is not uniform. So now we will give properties so it will become uniform. For that in this image here we will write style and in this style we will use curly braces and here we will write height and we will set height 200 pixels. After that we will set width 360 pixels. So now in the title we will use dot slice method and in this slice we will write 0 to 50. Similarly in this description, so sometime from the API we don't get the description for the article. So first we will check here if article has some content, then we will provide description dot slice and in this slice we will write 0 to 90 and if we don't get the description, so here we will write a custom description for it. So here I paste the custom description. We will save this file. So after that we will go to our web browser and here we will get the uniform card size. So now if we go to our news API documentation, so here we have some categories like business, entertainment, general, health, science, sports and technology. So if we want science related articles, so we have to pass the category in the URL. So now we will add category to the Newsmac application. Now we will design navbar as we can click the category and we will get that category news. So to do that, we will go to VS Code editor and we will go to app.jsx file. Now here we will create a use state variable. So here we write const and we will name this variable category and we will name this function set category equals use state and we will initialize this category with general category. So here we write general and we will pass this prop to our news board. So here we will write category and here we will pass category and in navbar we will pass set category equals and here we will pass set category. So now we will go to our news board component and here we will first destructure the prop. So here we write category. Now in this URL, before the API key, here we will write and percentage sign and here we will write category equals to and here we insert $sign curly braces and here we will write the prop which we passed. So we will write here category. Now we will save it. Now if we go to our website, so here we are getting general news. So now we will design our navbar. So if we click on the categories, it will display that category news. So here we will go in navbar.jsx file and here we will remove this home one and here we will remove this both li tags. Now we have one li tag. Now we will convert this anchor link to div. So now after this we will remove this href and we will create this li tags copy 5 more times for different categories. So our first category will be technology category. Our second category will be business category. Our third category will be health category. Our fourth category will be science category. Our fifth category will be sports category. And our sixth category will be entertainment category. After that, we will destructure our props. So here we will write set category and we will use this set category in each div to set our category. So here we will add onClick property and in this onClick we will pass an arrow function and here we will call set category. So here we will set category technology. Now we will copy this and now we will add onClick to other categories also. So here also we will write onClick and in this onClick we will set category business. Similarly here also we will set category health and here also we will set category sports and here we will set category entertainment. Now we will save this. So after that we will go to our news board component. So here in this use effect we want to run this use effect when our category gets updated. So here we will copy it and here also we will paste it. Now we will save it. So here if we click on the sports category then we will get sports news and if we click on the entertainment category so we will get entertainment news. Here some images are not loaded because their sites are broken or image is not available in the API. To fix this we will use a default image for all these articles where we don't get the images. For that, we will first insert the image in our assets folder. So we will click on the assets folder, reveal in the file explorer. So here we have the image. So we will insert this image in our assets folder, and now in newsitem.jsx file, we will import that image. So here we write import image from, and here we will provide the image path. So here we will write double dot slash assets folder slash news dot jpg. Now in the src folder we will use ternary operator. So if we got the src, then we will use src only, and if we not get the src, then we will use the imported image. So here we write image. After that we will save it, and we will go back to our browser. So here, as we can see, whenever we don't get the image, here our default image will be displayed. So here, if we go on the sports category, then we will get a sports category news, and here we have our default image where the image src is not available. Similarly, if we go to the health section, then we have health related articles, and if we click on the read more button, then we will redirect it to this article page. So we had successfully created this Newsmac app using React.js and Bootstrap. So thank you for watching this video. In our next video, we will create more projects like this using React.js.